Welcome back, Deli Cub Herpers. In today's video, we're going to be moving the snakes that are in the display type enclosures back into these tubs. Now, I've talked about it before in a previous video, but I'm just going to go over it briefly again. I feel like the snakes were happier in this kind of a setup more so than the display units that have moved them to now, simply because they seem to be hiding a lot more and not really coming out and utilizing the space that they have been given. Some of those cages have more of a vertical space than what they had here, and I really thought maybe that they would enjoy having branches and stuff to climb around on, and it just doesn't seem to be the case. So we're going to move them back to these tubs, and since I didn't do a collection video this month, the snakes that I am moving into these tubs, I will take a minute and show them to you guys, and so that way you guys can take a look at them and see who is getting placed in these. So pretty much, all I have is colubrids anyway, so that's what's going in here. Be corns, let's see, corns, the milk snake, the Texas rat snake, and the ball python. I guess that's the only python that's going in one of these. And I'm hoping that maybe that might also help that ball python eat more regularly on a consistent schedule than his on again off again routine, which he has been doing a lot lately. But fingers crossed, that will nip that in the bud. So let's get into it. Let's get some snakes moved into these enclosures. Okay, so first up is going to be this little fella here, which is my citrus pastel low expression calico little male ball python, all being nice and shy like they do. Let's see if we can't get him to unravel a little bit for you guys. There you go. Lay down the tail. There we go. There we go. Very beautiful snake. I don't know if I can really capture his. Let's see if we can't show off those sides to show off the calico-ness on this. I don't know if you guys can really see. Yeah, it doesn't really want to focus. Focus. But you can kind of see. You can kind of see the calico expression there, just a little bit. And of course, he is also 100% hit for the clown, which was something that I'm interested in working with. There we go. You can see some more calico markings there, but very beautiful snake. Again, he's just a finicky feeder, so I'm hoping that moving him into one of these tubs, of course he's gonna have his little hide back, so hopefully we can get some size to him, and then fingers crossed he will breed to the albino female this coming season. So I'm hopeful. He looks like, to me, just looking at him, he's looking like he is starting to finally gain some size to him. Like I said in previous video, he has started eating a little bit more consistently. So let's just hope that he keeps it up. Yeah, look how beautiful that guy is. And a little stud. So let's put him back and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so another snake that is getting transferred and is one of the favorites of you guys here on the channel and a personal favorite of mine. And of course, that is the scaleless Texas rat snake, and she is heavy in the shed. So we are not going to keep her out because you can see that she's squirming a lot. She is not comfortable with being held, which I don't blame her. She really can't see what's going on because her eyes are all milky and clouded over. So we're going to go ahead and transfer her. Of course, we will see her some more in a future video. So let's not stress her out any more than we have to and move her into her new digs. Another snake that is getting moved to the tub, of course, is my albino Nelson's milk snake, who also happens to be in shed and is quite dirty. This snake here, I have it, it's cage set up to where I had the Eco Earth and that stuff in there. And this is another one that hid all the time in the substrate, and that is actually starting to take effect as to where that Eco Earth is appearing to get stuck in between the scales. So we're going to move it out of there. I don't like how that is affecting the animal, at least visually anyways. I don't think it's any true health issue, but visually he just looks really dirty. So we got him set up in a new clean aspen bedding setup, so once he sheds, he'll be beautiful again, and then we don't have to worry about him getting all this Eco Earth stuck on him. So again, let's get him in his new cage, because he also is in blue, and we don't want to stress him out any more than we have to. So let's move on to the next reptile. Okay, so the next snake that is getting transferred is this beautiful little lady right here, and that happens to be my Hypo lavender striped corn snake. What can I say about her? She's looking pretty good, and she's just about right there at breeding size. But hopefully that she will be paired next spring with the male that I'm going to be showing you next. And let's see what kind of babies. Well, we're guaranteed Hypo stripe babies, but I guess the surprise will be whether or not he is in fact the carrier for the lavender gene as well. So that'll be fun. I'm hoping his high reds will create more of a pink lavender line for me, but we'll see what happens. I really like the way she looks. I really like the way she has colored out. I don't know if the camera really picks it up, but she does have some nice pink tones. We'll see if he'll stop focusing on me and start focusing on her. Yeah, she's a little camera shy. See if we can't get her. Yeah, she doesn't want to come around. So now she does. So that is one of two corn snakes. Let me put her away, and then I'll grab the next one. Okay, so here is the last snake to be transferred. Of course, that is the male corn snake that I own, who is the Hypo striped. 66% chance het for the lavender gene, so hopefully we will be able to test that out next season. Of course, he is big enough to breed, but the males can be smaller since they don't carry the eggs. But fingers crossed. I'm pretty certain she's going to be just fine, and we'll be able to pair these guys up finally, and finally prove out the het. So he also is in shed, but it looks like he just come out of blue, so he's probably going to be shedding the skin off here within the next few days. So we won't keep him out long either, so that way we don't stress him out. But there he is. That is the Hypo striped corn snake. Okay, I figured since I'm showing the snakes that are in the tubs, and these guys need their tubs cleaned, why not get them out and show it to you? I just love the red color on these guys, and man, just look at that. How can you not like a handful of beautiful tricolored Sinaloan milk snakes? I mean, just look at how beautiful they are. This is a snake that is another one of my longtime favorites. Sinaloan milks was one of the first milk snakes that I've owned, and the one that's acting real spazzy, that's the female. That's this one here. She's a little bit more, she doesn't really like to be handled near as much as he does. As you can see, she just kind of freaks out, whereas he's all right. She's a little bit more of a spaz. So yeah, they've got me all tied up. But so that's the Sinaloan milk snakes. I just absolutely love the colors of these two here. So one day we will see an egg hatching video of just these beautiful colored snakes. I'm sure of it. So let's go ahead and get these two put away, because they're starting to get a little squirmy. But I figured I'd show them to you real quick since I got to clean their tubs out. Okay, so that's it for this video. We got the snakes moved. We're gonna let them settle in, and a couple days I'm gonna offer them food. I'm certain that most of them, if not all of them, will eat, except maybe the ones that are in shed. So up next is taking care of this here and getting it ready to bring in that 120. Till next time, later.
Shut up and sit down.